Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I am Sakshi Batra, and on this edition, we discuss everything about the stock markets, how the markets have opened in trade today, what kind of a trend can you expect, and what should be your strategy in today's trading session. Joining in to help us understand with all the investor strategy and moves, and also some specific stocks and sectors and how you should look at them, is a very special guest joining in. Mr. Miraj Vora joins in from IDBI Capital. Miraj, good morning, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Well, last day of the week, and the markets are deep in the red right at the start of the session. 800 points gone on the Sensex, the Nifty around 16,400, and this comes right after the global markets rout that we actually saw in the US markets too. How are you looking at the market setup today? Is there more downside from here? Should one at all trade in this very, very down market?
Good morning, Sakshi, and good morning to all the viewers. What we have seen today is that, we have seen a gap down opening. Now, this has been a frequent phenomena for Nifty where we have seen a lot of gaps already open on both down as well as on the upside. And if we see today, we have filled up an up gap which we created, at the almost start of the March month, that is on 9th March. But overall, we feel that if we don't breach 16,400, there is a possibility that there can be a bounce. That bounce can come somewhat today also. We may see, closing almost flattish to a slightly on the negative side. Okay. And on the next week also, we may see some kind of bounce coming in. Overall, the support which we feel can come in is from, IT, which is now looking, almost at the lower end of the range that can, bounce back. Besides that, there can be some short covering rally into the banking stocks, which will also help overall Nifty to go in. And plus, we have the big boy results coming in today. And I guess if that results are positive, which are likely because, Reliance results, there is a GRMs in Singapore have gone up. So if that comes positive, the entire sentiment for the markets may change up and we may see some bounce coming in.
Absolutely. At the outset, you mentioned all the important points and the trade setup, how it looks like at this point in time. So how are you advising traders to really trade on the major indices, the Nifty and the Nifty Bank? Is there at all a trade here or should one stay away?
For Nifty, there is a very good trade with a good risk to reward ratio going in. Someone can buy in the futures segment today also at around 16,700 and 470 odd levels, which currently it is trading. Keep 16,410 as a strict stop loss for it. There is possibility that we may end up recovering 150 points from here, where during the day they can book profits or wait for Monday, where you may see some kind of a positive opening on the back of strong results from the heavyweight.
Absolutely. And what about Nifty Bank?
Nifty Bank, we would currently avoid it. We would let the short covering rally kick in and then we would enter a trade into it. We would avoid till that time we see some significant short covering happening into that index.
Okay. And since you said that IT stocks may actually well be, bottoming out, and this may be the right time that IT stocks may bounce back from here and provide some support to the markets, which other sectors do you feel investors should focus on? Yesterday, we did see big drag coming in on realty and FMCG. Which are the pockets that may still hold firm despite the kind of volatility that we are seeing?
Despite of the volatility, one sector which even yesterday and even today they are recovering very well is the capital goods sector. So three stocks which are looking very strong in that sector is Siemens, Havels and LT. So these three stocks are pure engineering stocks, which I feel that, in this juncture where we are, focusing too much on Make in India, these would be the best stocks to benefit even from the shorter as well as from the longer term. So that is one sector in this correction which we are focusing that, one should add into their portfolios and their trading bets also.
Okay, understood that as well. Apart from this, is there any other stock recommendation for the trade today? Because the markets are down, and which side of, trading bets should one really be focusing on?
So the three trading bets are there, and all three on the positive side. As I told that we are expecting a covering to one. First is on the defense space, Hindustan Aeronautics. It looks very strong at current levels. 1580 is currently what it is trading at around. One can buy that with 1540 as a stop loss and 1670 as a target. The second stock is Reliance. As I have told that, the results may come in very good, and it is, after a sharp jump, it has retraced a little bit. So around 2650, 2660 is where currently the stock is trading. With 2610 as a stop loss and 2780 as a target, one can keep that in that radar. And the third one is from the metal space, NMDC. This stock is very good. It has a candidate of giving up a very sharp up move. 156.57 is where currently the stock is trading, with 152 as a stop loss and 165 and 168 as a target. One can buy into this stock also.
Okay, understood. So 3 stock recommendations right there, and all on the buy side. Despite the kind of weakness, perhaps this weakness should be bought into. And these specific stocks, Reliance Industries ahead of its earnings today. There is an expectation of positive earnings coming about. So Miraj is recommending a buy trade right there. HAL also an important pick from the defense space that may show some upside from here on, and NMDC. These 3 stock recommendations from Miraj in today's trading session. Miraj, any disclosure from your side on the stocks that we've discussed?
On the stocks which we have discussed, there's no personal holdings, but yes, we have recommended our clients onto these stocks.
Okay, understood that. Well, thank you so much, Miraj, for being with us and sharing all your thoughts on the markets today. The market's still down in trade. You're actually seeing the Nifty and the Sensex still trading, quite lower, almost down 2% in trade, with IT, metals, and realty indices, all of them definitely dragging the street. All the sectors down in the red as of now, but a bounce could be expected as per Miraj. Thanks a lot, Miraj, for joining in, and thanks to all the viewers for being with us on this edition. Do stay tuned on to Business Today for a whole lot more that's coming up right up next for you.
Thank you, Sakshi.